So last year I met this guy. I fell for him. I had no intention on falling for him. We fell for one another hard. I loved him and he loved me. We connected about a lot of things, but we really connected about music. He would send me songs to express his feelings. I think of one song in particular, and I still smile about it. Chris Brown's Girl of My Dreams. He was consistent, affectionate. He was just different. So different that I even took him around my family. Nobody meets my family. After meeting my family, I'm wondering why I hadn't met his. I hadn't met his children. I hadn't met his mother. I mean, I met his brothers because we literally bumped into them while we were out. And he introduced me, but I'm like, damn, introduce me to somebody who matters. Am I some type of secret or something? He'd explain how his kids had met too many people and he wanted to make it right, make sure it was right before I met them and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, we've been dating for 3 months and we've known each other since we were children. Like, what's the big deal? If I'm not meeting him, then who is? You say you see forever with me. It just didn't make sense. But anyway, I had his attention, but it seemed like I didn't have all of him. I was starting to feel weird about all of this. Like I gave him so much of me, gave him love that I hadn't given in years. I actually saw forever with him too, but it was starting to look like forever wasn't going to happen. I mean, my stomach is feeling weird. It's hard to eat. I'm feeling nauseous. I'm jittery. It's like I'm sitting outside of myself looking at myself. You know how you feel like something is going to happen and it doesn't? So I'm sure y'all know what I did next. I went to Google. Google will kill you every single time. After my research, I discovered there's a thing called dating anxiety. Who knew dating anxiety was a real thing? I mean, some people fear a person really getting to know them or knocking something over or spilling something on themselves or someone really judging them. Me, I was afraid of getting hurt. I was scared to be vulnerable. I was tripping about this dating thing. I caught feelings. The therapist who helps everyone else with their problems needed some help. I mean, I own a private practice. I'm giving out coping skills daily, and I can't pull myself together. But tough old me was miserable. So I called my doctor. I didn't call a psychiatrist because I didn't have chronic anxiety. All of my coping skills weren't working, and I knew I needed something to take the edge off. I had demands though. Nothing addictive, nothing that caused weight gain, and no crazy side effects. I was asking for a miracle, but my doctor managed. That little pill had me coasting. I mean, smooth sailing. Because, see, I'm usually the person who will fuss and cuss all the way through traffic. And after a week, I noticed that I hadn't done that. See, culturally, we're taught to bottle our feelings up. You drink it away, you smoke it away, you pray it away. And you know the mantra, what happens in this house stays in this house. You don't go talking to people about your problems. But I broke the rules. But I didn't take those pills very long. I took them long enough to gain some clarity. With my mind and my body calm, I was able to think clearly. I was able to think more with my brain and less with my heart. When a person is right for you, it's easy. There's no discomfort. Now, granted, it took us a minute to part ways, but we did. I was ready for a commitment and he wasn't. How I felt mattered more to me than trying to force that relationship. While dating anxiety became very real for me, general anxiety, depression, they're real as well. If you know you're not feeling right, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you're not feeling settled, and you've been dealing with this for months or years, go talk to someone and talk to someone who specialized in those issues. I mean, would you go see a dentist for a heart issue? It's okay to talk to a psychiatrist, a counselor, a social worker, or even a psychologist. I will say this, just because you struggle with a mental health issue doesn't mean it lasts a lifetime. And even if it does, that shouldn't hinder you. We all face challenges at some point in our lives, and there's nothing wrong with getting help for it. If the hood therapist can do it, so can you. The only person who's going to save you is you.